Hey everyone, welcome to my new video, and before starting out on my topic, I would just like you to just have a look at the screen and just the video that I'm showing to you right now. Since this is what we are going to be making in this video, you'll be able to make videos like this. Since you can see that this has some fancy green screen effects which had a custom green background in it. Before I removed the custom green background and added a custom background in it, you'll also be able to animate different media files on your screen to come over from different ways. You can also see that there is a screen recording of me modeling a 3D cube or a 3D cylinder inside a 3D modeling software, and it also has a custom background in it. And I'm basically going to teach you how you can make a video like this one in this video. You can make these type of videos for your school assignments or just for your own YouTube channel or anywhere you want. So let's start. Now first of all, what I want you to do before starting out is just download two softwares. These two softwares are going to be Screen Recorder and a video editor. Now video editor is mandatory while the screen recorder is not, because that depends on whether or not you are using the screen recorder or not, since you might not need a screen recorder to record the screen. But in my case, I'm going to record the screen of my computer. So first of all, download OBS or Moavi. You can see on the screen how I'm downloading OBS screen recorder. It is paid, but I believe that it might also have a free version or a trial version of it. You can get that on the store, or you'll just have a screen recording of me telling you how you can download. First of all, what you're gonna do is we're just going to start our screen recorder and set up some things in there, since we need to set up the settings of our screen recorder. Open the screen recorder, go to settings, click here, and then just copy all of the settings that I'm showing over my screen right now. You can see in here. So just copy these settings real fast, since this is literally the most convenient way to set up OBS settings if you're just a beginner. If you are an advanced person, or if you just know a lot about all of these stuff, well then you can just go ahead and do all of this yourself. But for the ones who are just starting out, just copy the values from here. And just in case you are uncomfortable with screenshots for setting up your OBS settings, there can be many reasons, or perhaps you're just on a mobile phone and you can see this very clearly. So in that case, I'm just going to link you to a video at the end of this video which will teach you everything about OBS screen recorder. First of all, I'm just going to explain you some basic working of OBS screen recorder, how you can use it for your own purposes. On this big display, which you can say, which might be just a black rectangle in your case when you first start out, is what display is like. It basically shows what we are recording currently. I'm going to talk a bit about this section a later bit on. Now on the bottom left area we have the scenes. Now scenes are basically like different options, like different setups for different recording setups, right? You know, sometimes you have your face cam in the top left and your live stream chat in the right side, and the main screen is resized. You know, those are, I mean that by setups. So basically different scenes are different setups which you can save, and they are usually used in streams when you have to quickly change setup. So you can have different setups already prepared in scenes, and you can instantly change the scenes while streaming with the help of this scene transition. That's not something you really need to get into now, since we are just recording, and this is something that is usually used in streaming. So we can just move on. Options. Next to the scenes option we have sources. Now sources are basically the main thing that you need to capture, right? Sources include display source or game capture, and all of this means that whether if you're just trying to capture or record the entire display, whether you just want to record a particular game window, or whether you just want to record a particular VLC media player type output, like, you know, media output or anything like that, you can select all of them in here. Whichever source is tagged on the top, it will appear in front of the source that is just below it. So basically sources in this area are listed from the ones which will appear in the very front to the ones which will appear in the very back. Now the mixer should be instantly clear to you, since you can easily see what this is about. This is basically like, you know, setting up whether you want to record your mic or your desktop audio, or basically like setting up how much desktop audio and how much your mic audio you want to be recorded. And now we have the scene transitions, which I talked to you at the very start as well, which are basically for transitioning between different scenes, which I already talked about, and I don't think I need to go into much detail about them right now. And next we have the main options, which are start streaming, start recording, and settings, and all of that stuff. It all comes over here. Now before I start out, I would like to just elaborate on the thing that I talked about at the start also, which is this area right here at the top. So you can see that I added a display capture in here. That means I am basically capturing the entire display. I'm basically recording the entire display. So this area is basically showing what will be visible, which parts of the screen will be visible at the end of this recording inside the end product video. So you can basically just move around the source in here, and whatever part of the source will be inside this black rectangle, that's what will be captured by the OBS screen recorder. So without further ado, just start recording yourself. I'm going to start recording myself as well. So first of all, I'm just going to record myself modeling a 3D cube and also a 3D cylinder. So there we go, and yep, that's it. And now for me, I basically require all of that stuff, right? Because my video that I'm making in this video is about, geometrical shapes and maths and all of that stuff. So basically it's recording of myself modeling these figures is all I need to explain all of that stuff. So once your recording has been done, you will see that those recordings end up in whatever output folders you mentioned inside this area, inside the settings of the OBS screen recorder. Now what we are going to do is that we are just going to open Movavi video editor, and we are going to edit the video, like crop out the toolbars and stuff, and I'm just going to add a custom background and stuff. So just to open Movavi video editor, and once it is opened, you will see that it looks somewhat like this. On the top right area, and not exactly in the corner, but somewhere in the top right panel, we have the preview of what our video is like. This is where when we play the video, this is where the video previews. On the left to the preview, we have settings, and everything settings and options, different options, everything comes up in here. So you will see these four options right there, which are add a media file and record a media file, or all of that. So with the help of that, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to add a new file, and I'm just going to drag wherever my video was, my screen recording was, and I'm going to import that screen recording by just double clicking over the screen recording footage. There we go. I have just imported the screen recording of myself, and it's in here now. Now what you'll see is that in this area, which we called a timeline, is where all of our videos stay, all of our media files, and everything is diagrammed in here. This is basically like a really easy to understand preview of when clips will start up and will they end, and all of that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a yellow and orange striped background. So it is already in here. You can also create your own backgrounds. It's pretty easy to do. You can import your custom backgrounds by just double clicking in the way similar to how I imported the screen recording. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to double click on this background to just show you what it is. So you can see on the top right side we have the preview of it, and to bring it into the video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on it and just drag it inside the timeline. So now you'll see that the background is not really in the background, because you'll see that the background basically imported to be ahead of the video. So you can see that this is my screen recording, and the video, the background is basically ahead of the video. So that means that once the video ends, only then the background will show up. So how do we fix that? Now what I will do is that I'm just going to do what's called layering. You know how different video clips show up in the front depending on which one is the one which is more important? Similarly to how different layers of windows in your computer show up in the front depending on which window is the one which is focused in. So similarly, if you want some particular audio clip or media clip to appear in the front, you basically put it above the other things in the timeline. So in this case, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to click and drag the screen recording over the background, above the background inside timeline. So that will also push my screen recording into the front inside the actual video. So now you can see that the video is now in here. It's resized to bottom right corner, my default, Not sure why it is that, but it's just a thing. And you'll see that in the background I have my background properly showing up. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to extend this background. Alright, we just don't just need this to just stop showing up after a while. So I'm just going to click here and drag the ending edge or the starting edge of it outwards, and look at that, it is now extended. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to click on the screen recording to focus on it, and then I'm just going to go to settings, click hit on this icon and go to crop, or you can just click on this icon to crop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the toolbars and everything, because we don't need that, right? This video is supposed to be about math. So once it is cropped out, now the last thing that is left to do is basically just double click on it and resize it. And the last thing that is left to do is to remove the green screen from behind it, right? Now it is not intended to be a green screen, it's just green because the 3D software that I modeled this in has a green background by default. But you can basically use this trick to remove any color background if it is solid colored, right? So in this case, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to click on the video to focus on it, go to settings, go to chroma key, and you'll see the small colored box, right? It will be green colored by default. Just click on it, and then inside the preview section of the video, just click on wherever the color of the background is. So in my case, the background's color is green, so I'm just going to click the background, and what this will do is just that it will basically tell Movavi which color has to be removed from the video. So because I clicked on green color, it's basically going to make the green color transparent in this video. And when I mean transparent, that means that the transparent section will basically be see-through, so that the videos that are behind it, in this case our yellow and orange striped background, will be visible in the transparent section. So just click on apply, and you can see that the green background is removed. So now once that is out of the way, one last thing that we have to do is the pictures that you could see in the very beginning, like how they were coming out from different areas and they were moving according to the way that I made them move. So I'm just going to teach you real quick how you can do that yourself. So first of all, just import your image from wherever you want, and once you have it imported, what you have to do is that just go to settings, and then once you go to settings, you'll find an option called animation. Now you can also just mess around with it a little bit and figure everything out yourself, but I'm just going to explain how it works anyway. So first of all, in here we have an option to add animation. First of all, just click on that, and you'll see that onto your media file, your image, there are two small circles or two small dots which are created. Now these two dots basically represent two different keyframes or two different positions that this media file is in. So what basically you can do is that just double click on the second dot or the second keyframe, and what will happen is that you'll get into this area where you can just move the video clip around anywhere, the file clip anywhere around. So just move it to the right, and what that basically means is that we basically just made it so that we basically said to Movavi, hey Movavi, the position of the media file at the second dot has to be in here where we made it. So in this case, we are basically telling, hey Movavi, the position of this image has to be a little bit on the right at this exact dot, right? And because the first dot right here is set to the default position, what Movavi will basically do is that it will move the image a little bit from the first position towards the second position. It will basically slowly transition it towards the second position, so you can see it's kind of animated. And you can basically do that with multiple frames as well. So just add multiple keyframes and you can have multiple movements in here. So that's pretty much how I did it. You can also add the same movement to video clips, and yeah, that's it. Other than this animation and chroma key, there are also a lot of nice options in here in Movavi. For example, just quickly adding in text of different styles and adding animated icons like arrows and all of that stuff. And then you can stabilize the camera, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do is in Movavi. You just have to mess around with it a little bit. So now that I have talked to you how you can do all of that, this is literally all you need to know to start and create your own video like the one that I showed you at the start. The start video is really simple. It just involves a lot of just animating different media clips, and also just in it has a lot of cropping and chroma key. It's not anything really complicated. So yeah, this knowledge should be enough for you to make something like that. And good luck, and thanks for watching this video. And if in any case you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well, since this helps me to grow my channel a lot. So thanks again, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Also, on the screen right now you will have the link to the video involving the explanation of OBS screen recorder properly as an end card right here. Thanks again.